Hello, and welcome to AIM International's preparatory tutorials for the Information Certification exam. I'm Steve Weissman, Principal Consultant at Holly Group and a certified AIM training instructor in the realm of content, process, and information management. I'll be your guide as we review the exam's major domains of expertise, and I'll tell you all you need to know to earn that passing grade. Today's subject is telecommuting support, a key part of this special certification, which AIM created to support you as you solve your organization's existing information-related problems and plan for its future. For 60 years, AIM has been the leading nonprofit association helping users understand how to best manage documents, content, records, and business processes. This module will discuss issues related to access and use in the context of telecommuting. Part of the Collaborate and Deliver knowledge domain, one of 6 within the certification program, it will cover access considerations, application types, and best practices. Telecommuting is the practice of performing work without having to go into the office. Thanks to today's collaboration and communications tools, people can do more flexibly, from more locations than ever before. It's a terrific option for organizations wishing to accommodate people who live far away, have disabilities, or are looking to go green. But the out-of-sight nature of the model may make it unsuitable for some roles and for some people, bosses as well as underlings who may require a more conventional setup for comfort. Remote users have the same information needs as their in-house counterparts, and the fact that they live beyond the bounds of the internal infrastructure only makes the usual concerns about controlled access to that information that much more acute. At a high level, there are 3 primary techniques used to provide the anti-trespassing gating capabilities needed to allow only those users with permission to log in: password protection, directory services, and access control lists. John Daintith's 2004 Dictionary of Computing defined a password as being a unique character string held by each user, a copy of which is stored within the system. If a password entered by the user corresponds with the value of the one stored, the user is accepted by the system and is on his or her way. A directory service identifies all resources on a network and makes them accessible to users and applications. 2 of the most widely used are LDAP, the Lightweight Directory Access Protocol, which is used primarily for email addresses, and Netware Directory Services, or NDS, which is used on Novell Netware networks. Virtually all directory services are based on the X500 ITU standard, although it's so large and complex that no vendor complies with it fully. An access control list is a list of permissions attached to an object in a computer file system that specifies which users or system processes are allowed to access it, as well as what operations are permitted or prohibited. For instance, if a file has an ACL that contains Alice, delete, this would give Alice permission to delete the file. Appropriate access thus assured, the next question has to do with the applications that will need to be accessed. On the desktop, a certain minimum level of functionality and standardization typically is required, and often subsidized. But from a collaboration perspective, there are a number of applications that telecommuters need to be equipped to leverage. This may include the following: portals, for ready access to organizational news and key applications and documents; shared file services, like Google Docs and Dropbox, which allow multiple editors to view and update documents simultaneously from remote locations; shared workspaces, such as Documentum eRoom, to house and manage materials being collaborated upon; web conferencing, for even more meaningful interactivity along a spectrum including instant messaging, Skype, and other real-time tools; and also social media, to help remote employees connect with each other and benefit from the rankings and alerts that are part and parcel of belonging to an online community. However protected the means of access, and however rich the collaborative tool set, no telecommuting program can be successful without being surrounded by good business practices and subjected to their enforcement. In this, it's little different than any other kind of information management initiative. For instance, policies regarding system access, information governance, and records management must be just as rigorous for telecommuters as they are for in-house workers. Requirements regarding the work environment must be codified so there's no misunderstanding about the need to present professionally to the world, in written and spoken demeanor, in dress and background when videoing, and so forth, just as is the case for employees in the office place. Schedules should be constructed with mandated regular check-ins with coworkers to ensure tasks and expectations remain in sync across the organization. The bottom line here is that out of sight is not out of mind, and this is true both for the telecommuting and the office-bound sides of the equation. This module discussed issues related to access and use in the context of telecommuting, including access considerations, application types, and best practices. Having completed it, you may next wish to explore the module exploring telecommuting device and network issues. The material you have just reviewed is part of a broader program of study that prepares you to take the Information Certification exam. This proctored test consists of 100 multiple-choice questions and is delivered electronically by Prometric. You'll have 2 hours to complete it, and upon passing, you'll earn a professional certification that's valid for 3 years. For more information, please visit www.aim.org/certification. Thank you.